Hello, this is John, Vintage Fisherman. Today, got this really nice old 606 Zebco that I wanted to auction. And I don't even know if it's got any line on it or not. I might have to pull the line off of it. So let's take the cover off. This one's going to be a little difficult. This one's going to be a lot difficult. We got it. These older Zebcos, you have to take, and I've been told this is from 64 to 69, I believe it was, these were made. It replaced the 66. Here's the rear cover. Yes, the front cover dries out too. It may turn. It's in there upside down. It's in pretty good shape, so I don't want to tear it up. I don't think it twists out. No. Up. There it goes. Okay. And it does have some line on it, so we'll get that off at the tail end of the teardown video. There it is, all metal reel. Basically, take this nut. It's pretty simple reel to take apart. Take that nut off. Spool, or your rotor comes off, and here's your spool, which has a line wrapped all over it. It's no wonder these things lock up sometimes. People they don't maintain them, you know. And there's the line I'm talking about, like 6 or 8 pound test stuck all over it. Throw that away. Spool should come off. Oof. Rusty. The spool comes off. It'll come off. Oh yeah, there we go. Like I said, it's got lines stuck all over it. We'll get that line off of there in just a few minutes. Looking good so far. This can come on out. Yep, that comes out. Let's see if there's a no shims right there. Next is this nut for the handle. We can take the main gear out. I'm going to break that, do a good shape there. Everything just needs cleaning. It's really crusty. We'll give it a little bit of curl. There we go. Look at the difference that made. Popped right off, didn't it? This will slide out. And here's your drag. I am not going to take the drag out of here. The drag basically, this block tightens up against the spool right there. And it's locked up. Okay. We're going to take that and screw it all the way back. Drag. Move. It is not wanting to move. Huh. It moved when I had it. Okay, here we go. It's point. Never mind. I had it turned the wrong way. There we go. It was operator error on that. So that's the whole reel. This is your. That's stuck. That's your anti-reverse on off. Break anything, John. You'll never find it. Knock that out of alignment. You don't want to break parts of these old reels. It's impossible to find them. But this piece here is supposed to slide up and down. It's isn't doing anything but. It's pretty stuck. So I'm gonna have to clean all that up good. I'll soak these parts overnight and come back tomorrow and clean them up. This is probably the worst thing about this reel. The rest of this reel is in very good shape. All metal construction. Okay, we have two ends of the line here. Okay, I see how it is. Let's just get this line off there. But I picked this up at auction. I saw it and I said, that looks like a really old Zebco. I'm still learning about the Zebcos. And the people on one of the Zebco pages I'm a member of, it's super helpful. And the 606 is a very good solid reel. But it wasn't made very long. And I like the fact it's black. It looks cool, you know. It's all metal, made in USA. I should say that on there, actually. It doesn't, but it is made in USA. It's a pretty old reel. It's going to go on the shelf. I won't fish with it, but regardless, you know, it's a really cool reel. It'll clean up nicely. Take forever to get the line off of. You wouldn't think there'd be that much line on these things, but there is. I would normally use my drill to despool these reels, but I don't have a drill here. You're getting to see the whole thing. I have some pretty complicated reels to do pretty soon, so I want to do something simple. I got a whole bunch of ambassadors here. I've got some push buttons. I've got a heading. I've got two Shimano's. But my next reel is going to be another international. I just did an international 12W. I got an international 12H. I'm really looking forward to getting that one done. I plan on fishing with it next time I go to the coast if I can get everything right on. It's got issues. Work to do. Lord have mercy, this is taking forever. What I need to do is I need a vise, but I don't have one of those either. Oh well. Well, I'm going to continue pulling this line off. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here and the tear down. I'll be back for the rebuild. This is John, Vintage Fisherman. I'm back. Put this beautiful old 606 back together. It's got a couple little blims in it. I cleaned it up good. I mean, I can't complain. Looks pretty darn good. It's got a couple blims in the body, so What I love about a black reel or silver reel is they're pretty easy to. Look, I'm showing you all my tricks here. This is going to be a shelf rider, but I have found this Sharpie stays on pretty good even out in the field fishing. But you can fix these slight blims on these black bodies pretty easily with this Sharpie, with a black Sharpie. They make a silver Sharpie too. I got one here somewhere. Look at that, like brand new and like it never happened. This reel is best we can figure from the, well no, I was told actually from an expert, it's going back to 62 through 69, or was it 64 through 69? Look at that, just takes care of that just like it was never a thing. And it's a pretty reel. You have to look pretty close to see that that's been fixed. Real happy with that. The hood or the rotor cover of the reel was on upside down, and so the drain hole was up on top. That's what this hole is for right here. It's a drain hole to you know, when you're reeling in, there's always a little bit of water on your line. I don't care what kind of reel it is, and it's to let the water go out the bottom. I need just a little bit right there. Let's put this thing together. It's a nice looking reel. This is what I use, Sharpie King size. You can get them all different sizes. It's a simple little reel. I really like it. I figured out, I got this freed up, and I'm gonna give it some oil here. Let's use some Lucas. Use some oil down in there, some oil on these threads, some oil on that pivot point, some oil in there. Make that thing work back and forth. This is your anti-reverse. Oh, that's slick as a ribbon. All right. Your drag. Where that drag knob turns, put some oil on those threads. I got everything freed up on this reel. It is good to go. There's a little washer, little brass shim I should say, up under there. We're going to leave that in place. Put this on here. I'm going to use a little bit thicker oil because this is an older reel. Got a little bit of play to it. That will go in there like that. I attempted to straighten the handle but didn't want to overdo it and break it. It's got just a little bit of a bend to it, but honestly I don't think it's going to be that noticeable. And all it got was this acorn nut here. Why they call it acorn nut? Because it looks like an acorn. Funny how that works, isn't it? You know, be careful with how much torque you put on these older reels. Now, this will go in like this. I'm going to oil that up good. Kind of work it in there where it meets the gear pretty good. Look at that. I mean, it's just like brand new, isn't it? Yeah. That's nice. Nice reel. Let's give it some grease. Well, let's hold on to grease. Got that back. dirt in there I missed. I'll get that out of there. That's actually where you oil. Never noticed that, but that's where you can oil that shaft. Right there. That's pretty slick, Zebco. So you go down through here, the very top of the reel, there's a port drilled down into this housing to lubricate this shaft. It's right there. You just put your oiler down in there and give it a shot. That's nice. That's quality, you know. I mean, say what you want to about Zebco, but I think they make a fine reel. A fine reel. Let's see how this thing works. Yeah. There's your anti-reverse. Boy, if that thing ain't slick, I'll tell you what. All right, let's make it even slicker. Let's give it some grease. And look at that. Okay. The back of the housing can go on. We'll put a little bit of grease right there on that end of that. And this just, well, you have to hook the bottom. There's a pin down here. And you see that slot. So you'll come in here and you'll hook that bottom and then you slide that on there like that. Okay. Still not in there right. I can tell by looking at it, it's not in there right. There we go. And I've already wiped off some of that because it's oily. That's the problem. But anyway, we'll fix that in a minute. I digress. Okay. Not much left to this reel to do. I'm going to put just a little bit of grease right there where the rotor would, where the spool will turn on it. The spool goes with these slotted fin looking things towards that. That's what makes your, see, when the line goes out. And then it just had this big E-clip on it. Big E-clip. I'm sorry if my audio's messed up. I don't have my microphone this morning. I've got to start remembering to bring that. I'm working between two houses is what I'm trying to say. All right, this, you gotta push your button in and pull that shaft up. Then you can, this is a key, this rotor's key. Everything's trying to fall apart on me here, of course. But once you get this nut started on there, there we go. Of course, match your screwdriver blade to your screw size. In this case, it's a nut. Tighten that down. Okay. All right. And then your Zebco 606 will go to the top. And you got a little notch down there on the bottom of this one, just like the back one had. Okay. Look at that. And then we're going to give that, let's put the grease on the screw. Now, this is a takedown type of screw, so most fishing reels, if you got a handle that can be moved from side to side, etc., etc., it's going to have, the screw is going to be made where you can use a coin. So, okay, for this example, we'll use a pin wrench, and the end of this is supposed to be the size of a quarter. So, pin was smart when they did that for people. They put a wrench in there they could use in place of a coin. I mean, I know guys put that on their keychain or whatever. When we were surf fishing back in the day, you had to have your wrench with you. Change out spools or whatever. So that's how that goes. This locks the two halves of the covers on the reel. And I'm going to touch up that black again because I've rubbed some of it off with my hands. So It's oily, which is a good thing. You know, we got this thing slick as a ribbon. Listen to that. It's cast mode. Pops back in place. For something that's older than me, I'm a 1966 vintage. This reel is probably, I think somebody said 64 to 69, so it's probably pretty close to my age. I like that. I like putting something on the shelf that's as old as I am, and I can pick it up and say, we're about the same age. It's pretty cool. So let me, while I'm thinking about it, before it goes to my new house I'm living in, we're gonna make this all pretty again. This is normal wear and tear. You know, reels get dropped, drug through the sand. When you got a fish on, you know, you're trying to unhook, dehook the fish. Things happen. So I love the character this reel has. So don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to fool anybody into thinking it's brand new. We'll just make it look good for the shelf. That's all we're doing here. Man, I couldn't be happier with how that reel turned out. Such a simple little reel. I'm kind of happy to have done something simple because I've done a couple, and I'm getting ready to do a very complicated reel that has a complicated problem. So, you know, when I can get one like this that's just all fun, you know, what can I say? It works. It works so well. Great reels, good quality reels. Gotta love Zebco. I've got several Zebcos in line here. Let's see what I got. Because I know some Zebco guys are going to watch this, because I'm going to put it up on the Zebco sites. But here is a 50th anniversary classic. That reel is like brand new, and it's made in USA. It's still teaching America to fish. Is what it says on the side of it. That's pretty cool. You know, a lot of people caught their first fish on a good old Zebco push button. You can't beat that, right? That's good stuff. But I'll get into that one later. I'm still working my way through a pile of reels right here. That ain't the last push button, so stay tuned. There's an Abumatic 170. Just got this beat to hell and back Daiwa 210 RL in. I really like this reel because it's got you can reverse the handle. I use my left hand. I cast right, crank left. This reel is almost locked up. I'll get into that soon. I've got a Johnson 710, made in USA. These are just the push buttons over here. There's an old Ted Williams 540. That's a beast. That's probably from the 60s. I got a Johnson Country Mile 10, all plastic. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. And I got another Zebco. It's a made in USA Zebco. It is, if they call it a rock, the Rock 1. It's a ball bearing reel. I think it's an ugly color, okay, I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's a quality reel. I'm kind of looking forward to getting into that one, you know. A ball bearing reel. Hey, that's just my push buttons over here. We won't get into the rest of them. All right, I'll be back with a couple more reels. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. There'll be more coming now that my move is just about over with. Life is getting a lot simpler. We're actually here at the house today doing some final touches before the sign goes in the yard. So, you know, it's been a process. If anybody's ever had to downsize and go from a house they've lived in for 23 years, raised 3 kids in it, there's a lot of stuff in this house. And when I remarried in 2012, my wife brought her stuff with her, and she's passed, and so I had to, get her stuff to her heirs and clean the house up with stuff that they didn't want that I had to take care of, and I wanted to do those things justice by her. So it's been really busy, and I've had a lot of help from my girlfriend. She's been amazing. Shout out to her. And we're about to wrap this thing up. My workbench is going to stay right here until the last day I own this house, and then I'm going to move it to her house where I'm living now, to my girlfriend's house. So I'm going to keep doing reels. I'll come over here in the evenings when she's at work and work on reels and give y'all some content, and we're going to go fishing more now. The house move is over with. I can actually get out and do some fishing, and the weather's getting beautiful here in Virginia. It's been one of the prettiest Augusts that I've ever known in Virginia. It's just, we've had rain, we've had cool weather, but it hadn't been too much of the rain, so it's been just right for getting outdoors. And anyway, once again, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Those subscriptions do a lot for me. I appreciate that. Not monetized yet, don't know if I'll ever be, but hey, it doesn't hurt to strive for something, right? Talk to y'all later.